Welcome back, you brave hearts out there. It's Lorraine and Sandra, Perfect Day Lifestyle Product Guide. And we're a little bit late to the show today, are we? Right? Lorraine, were you a little bit late? Was I a
Yeah,
little bit late? You know
yeah.
what? We're all a little bit late to the show. Otherwise, the whole world wouldn't be sitting in chaos right now. So as soon as we realize we're late to the show, we just gotta use our love band, which obviously I'm not wearing today,
Oh,
and say, three, two, one, I'm here now and I'm going to rock the show now. And so we're just really happy to be here with you. And everything that we do is to help you become more sovereign in your life so that you can turn every day into a perfect day. Lorraine, how is it shaken in Calgary, Alberta?
well, it's the sun is finally out. I've been freezing. Got myself used to Mexico weather and June in Calgary I mean, there was snow in Banff yesterday. So it was cold. We didn't get snow here, but it was close enough that I felt it.
Fair enough. Yeah. I am 2 years away from that ectopic heat. And when I first came home, I wore socks, long pants, long sleeve shirts until the first day it turned 30 degrees. And then my body went, oh, thank you. Oh, now we remember we're in Canada. And then after that, my body started to come back to what it knew for so many years. So yeah, I
Yeah,
feel your pain.
yeah.
Keep those woolly socks on until your body goes, oh, right, we're back in Canada.
Well, lucky me, I get to go fly away to Florida Friday evening. So I'll be enjoying some nice warm weather down there for a little bit.
Absolutely. You get to teach the women's pelvic restoration course. Exciting.
Yeah. And ladies, we still have room for two more people if you're interested. This is a fabulous, dynamic, life-changing course that you can take. Most women, we are so disconnected to the pelvic area. It's not our fault because we've never really been taught. So if you have any condition in the pelvic area, this is something you definitely want to be taking. And anybody who wants to thrive in their life, we need to be fully connected to the entire body, not to just most of it. When I took this class, I was already a master practitioner, and I thought, I'm there. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I had such a huge disconnect to that pelvic area, and it was an eye opener to me. And then after that, it was like this extra brightness came into my body, into my soul, into every speck of me. It's just an amazing turnaround when you can do this. And 3 days, everybody can make that work.
That's amazing, Lorraine, because I've always grown up as what I would call a tomboy. And so to hear you, whom I would always have thought be very feminine, that you could up that connection with your body, that's amazing because you've always glown. You maybe no, maybe that's a little bit of fit. Maybe you didn't glow back then, but you were always kind and sincere and things like that. So just like you think, oh, I'm there. We're never really going to be there. And if we do get to a place where we're there, we're probably very shortly not physically going to be here.
That could very well be. And I know for me, I want to keep learning because there's always new things coming down the pipe, right? And you can't do better if you don't know better. So you can get yourself off the hook for not knowing all those years, and start loving yourself and start, you know, taking this information in because it truly is. I mean, the whole protocol that Dr. Wolf has available is life changing because you can go from dis-ease, dysfunction, disrupted life to a beautiful, perfect day. And it truly happens that you get to decide. You have to be fully engaged and you have to take massive personal action. And for most people, that means you are stuck in a boat that you don't like. And now it's now or never, right? But we don't have to get that far. Every breath we take is another chance for us to make change. So we're never too far from making that change.
Let's just check in with what's all going on in the world of DACA detox. I do believe the Wolf Non-Surgical is getting close to getting wrapped up in Stuart, Florida. You fly Friday. You're doing through. No, you'll start Friday. You're probably gonna fly Thursday. And you're gonna do your 3 days. We are looking for people to help us test the Braveheart Nation app and the Braveheart Nation desktop version. So anyone and everybody, if you've got that tester mind, if you want to go in and hit every little button and check out if every little thing is going to work out, if that's your gig, then we need you as a Braveheart to give us a call at the toll-free line 1-855 900-4544 extension 0, and give us a nod to say, hey, my name, my email address, I'd love to be a tester, and we'll get you the information to get you in and get you testing. And then I guess let's just maybe dive into our information. Where we're going to dive into our lemon lift and let's start with a clarifying information about lemon lift.
Okay, so I'm just going to bring up the slideshow or the slide, share screen.
And we've got some people out there fasting, so this fits in really well with the fasting protocol to help your body clarify things out. So yeah, if you're ready to roll, Lorraine, you keep hitting your buttons.
I am.
Right.
There we go. So lemon lift. This lemon is an amazing thing on its own. And when we're talking about essential oils, when we look at the vibration of essential oils, their vibration is through the roof because it took so many lemons to make the essential oil. So it strengthens the immune system. It aids in weight loss. It reduces stress. It alleviates fatigue, increases alertness, brightness, complex, brightens your face, complexion. Thank you. It's been a long day.
A little bit of lemon lift in your water, maybe there, love.
Yeah, exactly. And reduces breakouts. And it enhances the flavor of your water and it raises its vibration. So if you're doing your structured water, we know that that has high vibration because it hydrates the cells even more. And if you're doing a cell power, now you've got the extra hydrogen in there. And then
That's right.
your cell power.
We're not gonna put inside the cell power though unit, are we?
No, we're not. We're not putting anything inside that unit. Matter of fact, we're taking that water from in there and putting it in a vessel to drink from. Yeah. And you could definitely be adding your Black Diamond and Lemon Lift. Do you have anything else to add to that?
I like using the lemon lift probably 2 or 3 times a week. I guess my body goes through different cravings at different times, right? So yeah, I'm using the lemon lift probably 2 or 3 times a week in my drinking water, and it really helps the body when you're trying to drink 2 or 3, 4 liters of water. I find you need some flavor in that. You can't just drink that much of just plain water without some flavor in it. So I find the flavor is very important. And I love the lemon lift anytime I want to, like I said in the beginning, clarify something out, help break something up, and help the body break things down and move it out of the body. So that's what I like using the lemon lift for myself.
And it does give you that energy lift too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, because lemon supports your liver. L and L. It's a good way to remember it. All right, let's go to the next one.
Sure.
There we go. Orange burst. So orange burst, it defends against oxidative stress. So it helps to heal it helps to restore the cells. It protects against cellular mutation. There you go. It increases detoxification, helps eliminate waste from the body. Moon
I think
boost
I'm gonna
mood.
reply for you, love. I think you're gonna be the intelligence. I'll be the reader, love. Let's just do that. Helps eliminate waste from the body. It's gonna boost your mood. It's gonna calm your nerves. It's gonna boost collagen production, and it's going to help repair damage to the skin. Now, love, we use this, and we will put this right on the female breast area, and I suppose that's because of some of those very important first items, say defends against oxidative stress, protects against cellular mutations.
And repairs damage to the skin and
Yeah.
promotes collagen,
Mhm.
right? We
When
need
we put it on
collagen.
the breast,
Yeah. So you want firmer breasts. If you want firmer skin, you could be adding a little tiny bit to your C60. I always use frankincense, but um, orange is a beautiful smell, and orange is a happy smell. You can diffuse orange in a room when you're having guests over, and you'll find that it lifts the mood. Yeah.
you know what? I think myself personally, the small oranges at Christmas time were such a tradition that when I found myself reaching for an orange and I wanted to pick me up, and the emotional memory that came to mind was Christmas, right? So that's pretty neat.
Yeah. And orange, it is actually really good. You could put it on your skin, like maybe mix it with the C60, put it on your skin, or maybe you've got a lotion that you like, and it'll ward off mosquitoes.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, we've got our some fans in there. Good old Rose Clark, Braveheart Rose Clark. She's there every show, and she's helping us post things, and she's helping put in those hashtags. So shout out to you, Rose Clark. Thanks for always being there with us.
Yeah. I just saw Rose Monday
Nice,
here in Calgary. Yeah.
nice. Okay, let's roll to the next one.
Okay, so the next one is peppermint.
Okay, your peppermint is going to act as a natural painkiller. If you've got something that's just driving you around the bend, um, then you need some peppermint to help numb out that area. It's going to help relax the muscles, relieve achy joints and feet, reduce nausea, alleviates bloating, smooths indigestion, relieves sinusitis symptoms, and helps with coughs, colds, allergies, and asthma. I specifically for me, when I started, I was doing shift work. And so Dr. Dara Wolf had me using peppermint on the base of my feet morning and night. And so that helps my body regulate. So even though you might think that peppermint's only going to bring you up, what he taught me was that this is going to just act as a setting for your body. So each time you put it on, it means gear change, either gear up for day or gear down for night. So sometimes that's what I'll still do. I'll put a little bit on either a Kleenex or on a Q-tip, and I'll put some on the bottoms of my feet. I don't know about anyone else, but if I get it on my fingers, then my fingers are in my eyeballs right away for some reason. So I like to keep the peppermint away from my hands.
Yeah, peppermint is actually an amazing thing for anybody who gets migraines or headaches. And you can like if you get migraines, I'd be putting it right at the base of the head there, and then working it up into the occipital edge there. And I might even put some up here and across my forehead. But again, you want to be mindful of the eyes because those fumes will make you cry.
That's
Peppermint is also really good for if you're on a long drive. You can put a drop. I would take the peppermint and put a drop right in my mouth, and that'll bring you up. You know, if I'm doing one of these and I'm driving along the highway, I need to pull over and figure out either I'm going to sleep or or I'm going to use my peppermint to bring me back up. So it will revive you. Um, Oh, I had another thought about peppermint. Any other ones you've got?
no, that's generally how I suggest people use it is either on the body for pain in the water or yeah, either one of those. That's what I usually do. Sorry about that. My brain just went, oh, it's time to buzz out here. We've got a few more people, a few more people watching us. But you guys are gonna fully know this is completely live when we go buzz.
Peppermint is a really good driver too. So I like to use it in the morning. I will put 1 drop of peppermint, 1 drop of frankincense, and then I'm going to take my thumb, mix those two guys together, and I'm going to hold it on the roof of my mouth. And you'll feel it going all the way up into the sinuses, into the eyes, and into the brain. You'll feel it. So frankincense is amazing for nervous and brain health and a lot of other things. It's the king of oils, but peppermint will drive it up further. So it's an amazing oil to be using, mixing with like if you had the like joint pain, you can use the peppermint on its own. But why not use some pain away and mix it with 1 drop of peppermint and just it drives it in further. Yeah.
I just remember that this is another area of expertise of yours, isn't it? You are an essential oil user queen, aren't you? You're just on the top of your game in so many different ways, Lorraine. You're amazing.
And I like to use peppermint oil too. I like to mix it with orange when I'm diffusing because that is uplifting, but it's also rejuvenating because it's going to keep, like if you're doing a lecture or something like that, if you had that going in your room, you're going to keep people awake and happy.
That's great. Well, let's keep going on to the next one. We've got one more essential oil to chat about.
Okay.
Super cinnamon. And this I had used to use this just periodically, but now I'm using it on a daily basis. I can't tell you how this has really helped my body. Let's see, supports weight loss, helps prevent sugar cravings, balances mood, fights fatigue. I like it first thing in the morning. So I do find people, though I do find I need to every once in a while, I need to shake my water. Or even if I've left about this much water in the bottom of my water jug before I take more, it seems like the super cinnamon will just kind of come back to itself. So if my water has sat for even probably half an hour, I like to pick it up and shake it because every once in a while I'll get quite a good swig of it and it's like, ooh, that's a little strong. So let's see, fights fatigue, balances blood sugars, regulates blood pressure, reduces plaque buildup, fights parasites, viruses, and free radicals. So yeah, I personally love using this in my water. And I like actually mixing all three. I heard someone say it tastes like Christmas, and I agree. I'll put a couple drops of each one of them in my water, and I feel like it's Christmas time.
Nice, nice. All essential oils are antibacterial, antifungal, and parasite. They'll do it all. They'll do it all. So you don't have to worry about, touching the lid with your finger. because it's gonna kill any bacteria that's left on it. Another thing I like to do with super cinnamon and orange and peppermint, I every once in a while when I'm going out or there's a special occasion, I make raw chocolate and I will flavor it with either orange, peppermint, or the super cinnamon. And sometimes I'll do orange and cinnamon. Those two to me are a perfect blend. But it just brings people think that you've done a lot, and I haven't, because the raw chocolate I make has 4 ingredients. That's it. And you add a little bit of peppermint, and then it's just a big hunk, and I break it up so it's quite raw. Yeah, it's quite nice.
I think I'm gonna have to start sending you money on a regular basis so you can just start shipping me out stuff whenever you make things. It's just, $50. Let's send out I've made this. I need to now send a case to Sandra to help her
There
out.
you go. There you go. Yeah. And I am putting together a DACA detox. It will be DACA detox recipe book, because this is one of the things that I love doing. I love to be able to present stuff that people are going to enjoy, and it's healthy.
Lovely, lovely. Okay. Well, love, where did you want to go from there? Yeah.
Well, we might as
Okay.
well just keep going here. So we've
All
got
right.
the Black Diamond.
Yeah. This is obviously one of our premier products. It is gentle and strong, is the way I like to say it. Most effective healing and detoxifying humic and fulvic formula, heavy metals, parasites, chemicals, viruses, and fungus detox. Supports the optimal microbial balance within the gut, natural electrolyte restoring electricity to the cells, delivering over 70 micronutrients. Now, this one is able to cross that blood-brain barrier because the gentleman that makes it for us decided to take the Tummy Love and let's make it even smaller. So this is, as I say, the Ferrari version of our Tummy Love product. So it's going to cross that blood-brain barrier because it is such a small molecule. It's a natural antioxidant and hormone balancer and neutralizes free radicals. So what you see in the screen there, the bag is what we call Black Diamond crystals, and that's got a 6-week supply, 42 nice teeny weeny little envelopes, easy to put in your purse, easy to give to a friend, to help them try it out, and just easy to carry that around to make sure that you've got some humic and fulvic in your drinking water all day long. And then the small little tub, that's 2 ounces. And if you measure that out 1/16, it's 140 doses. If you're measuring it 1/8, that's 70 doses. But this is, like I said, one of the best and highest profile products. Of course, that's actually hard to say with Gerald on the beat. They're all pretty high profile, aren't they? Yep. So the Black Diamond micronutrient. What other fancy and fun things can we do with it besides our water, Lorraine?
Well, if you've got any kind of a a boil or a pimple or something like that coming out on the skin, you can take the silver bullet gel and put a pinch of the Black Diamond in there, because you don't want to put too much, and maybe a drop of frankincense, and put it on wherever you're having that breakout. If you have a wound that doesn't look like it's healing well, you could do the same thing on that. This is all about pulling the toxins out and healing, letting the body do the work that it needs to do. So, and of course, we use it in the vaginal infusion. And when you can take products like this from the bottom up, they don't have to go through digestion. So they work about 65% better. So we should all be doing this Black Diamond from the bottom up. Just
Oh, we're
saying.
we're having so much fun here today. I hope everyone's gonna laugh and giggle along with us today.
Okay, our next product is the Black Gold. And Black Gold was the very first product that I started with Dr. Wolf. I was already seeing clients. I had a few modalities behind me, and I had a couple of biofeedback machines. And, I knew when the heavy metals weren't right, when your vitamins, your minerals, your coenzymes, your body functions weren't right. And this thing was the very first thing that I tried. And at that time, I still had a lot of heavy metals. And I wasn't moving the needle with everything else that I was doing. And I was doing a lot of different stuff. I mean, it was moving a little bit, but it was very slow. You know how everybody is. We want instant everything, right? But um, this stuff, I started taking it and I tested a month later, and the numbers had already come down. And that had never happened on anything else. These products are beyond Thunderdome. They work. There's no fillers, there's no additives, there's no junk in them. They do what they say they do.
Yep. So yeah, the black gold humic and fulvic powder, the digestive tract this is its greatest support. Fungal and parasite, heavy metal detoxer, nature's most powerful antibiotic, improves your oxygen levels, protects your brain function, restores your gut flora, inhibits viruses and funguses and parasites, 70 plus bioavailable nutrients, and a natural chelator and detoxifier. I like to say this one, the black diamond's nice and fine. We're going to put that in our drinking water. This black gold is a little bit chunkier. You're going to mix it in with food. You're going to mix it in with a protein smoothie or a berry smoothie. So we're going to remember, because this is one of the most common questions we get at Docu Detox. Black diamond, black gold, do we need both? Do we need one? And so I try to tell people if it's nice and fine, you're putting it in your water. If it's the chunky one, it's going to go into the food. So,
And yes, you need both. You can't, the black gold only works in the digestive tract. It doesn't go anywhere else. It takes 2 days to transition out. And the 70 bioavailable nutrients, those are going to support your good microbiome. So if you've been spending money on prebiotics and probiotics, you don't have to anymore. This is what your body truly needs. Because a prebiotic is still, yes, it's going to help, but it's foreign to your body. It's not what your mom gave you. This supports what your mom gave you.
yeah. This goes into your ultimate coffee enema. I know I have it mixed in with my shampoo. I feel like it really helps to get nutrients into my hair. So I like doing that. At
You
one
can
point I was doing a dental swish with coconut oil and black gold, and then I got switched over to the silver bullet gel and the black diamond. So I've kind of done both. And do you have any preferences, or what is the other ways that you might use this product, Lorraine?
you could definitely use the silver bullet gel with black gold and maybe a drop or two of peppermint or even super cinnamon and use it as toothpaste.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. That's the third combination, so I'm gonna have to go home and give that a try for sure.
Yeah, some people would put some baking soda in that to make it more pasty. And some people may, I don't know. I know when I was making toothpaste on my own before, it was always a little bit of coconut oil and baking soda and essential oil. So putting the black gold in there, it's doing all these things
Yeah.
right here, right at the front door.
Yeah.
So
And that's definitely what I was doing in Canada before we went to Mexico. And then when we got to Mexico, well, it's just too dang warm to have the coconut oil stand up at all. So
yeah.
then I was still trying to brush my teeth with this liquid, instead of having the denseness of the coconut oil before it's melted. So it took me a while to change my brain to give the silver bullet gel a try, but I really like that. So I'm definitely going to try one more option of doing silver bullet gel, black diamond, or sorry, black gold. And
Yeah.
maybe I'll go right back to trying to make a paste and just go right back to that and see what I think of that.
Yeah, and then adding that peppermint or the super cinnamon,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
make
okay,
it taste good. Yeah,
perfect.
okay, next slide. Ah, there we go. We have our one of our flagship products, our fulvic acid.
Yep. And this is just the fulvic acid by itself. So this is definitely where the story started, the straight fulvic, the straight humic, and then the tummy love. So this little powerhouse is going to deliver over 70 micronutrients. It's a natural heavy metal chelator and detoxifier. You know, I'm going to stop and tell a bit of a story here. When I was doing shift work, I was basically a trucker, right? So I used to call the fulvic the heavy hauler of the natural world. Daryl didn't actually like that, Lauren. Anyways, it is. It'll attach to whatever waste is there and help get it out of the body. It's going to support optimal microbial balance within the gut. It's going to improve your oxygen levels, clinically proven anti-inflammatory, absorbs and locks down harmful chemicals, and regenerates and hydrates cells. So this is I personally, I'm using the Black Diamond, the Straight Humic, and the Tummy Love in my drinking water. What do you use the Straight Fulvic, my dear?
Um, I used to. And then when the Black Diamond came out, I started finishing off the fulvic and the humic in my coffee enema. And there's another thought that I had about, oh, the fulvic, if this is all that you've got, you don't have the Black Diamond or the humic, you can use fulvic on an advanced water fast because it doesn't spur on digestion. Humic is thicker and it definitely goes through the digestion. So yeah, so that's
I like to tell people if they're sort of at the beginning of the story and they're just starting to get that body detoxed, they've maybe got quite a bit of extra inflammation around, and they might, you know, as they start to move things out and the exit pathway out, or that body being able to let go of all those toxins that the body's now able to recognize. I like to say sometimes we need that straight fulvic in the very beginning of our story because our body is trying to move so much now. We're giving it that help that it needs. Let's give it some straight fulvic just to do a whole bunch of binding and help chelate those things right out of the body.
yeah. So do we have any questions yet, Sandra?
No, we've got Rose says next time she's gonna see you, she wants some of the chocolate. Thank you very much. So yeah, whoever's out there, start commenting, guys. We'd love to see the Bravehearts. Whether you've taken the practitioner training or not, we love to check in with you, and I'm here to check in with people and to say hello. So yeah, throw lots of comments in there and give your questions. We are here to help you guys out. So I mean, we're having fun just bantering back and forth, but we'd love to be answering your questions. So let's now talk about the humic acid. This is a favorite of mine. I do consume this on a daily basis, and I feel like as a female, it really helps my body deal with these hormones. So let's check out the information. Mother's Nature most powerful antibiotic. It inhibits viruses, funguses, and parasites. It builds muscle and burns fat. It balances hormones. There we go. 70 plus bioavailable nutrients, a natural chelator and detoxifier, improves nutrient uptake, and stimulates energy production.
And this would be one that you'd be adding to your water, right? Or
Absolutely.
you could put it in your coffee enema. If you're using it in the ultimate coffee enema, you put it in after you cool it down. You're not going to boil this one. The black gold can boil, but not this one. Yeah. Yeah.
Lorraine, you've got all sorts of extra bits of information. I'm so impressed all the time. Did not know that.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. And like I mentioned, it's thicker. So if you're doing a water fast, don't be taking this one. You can do the humic, but not this one.
Yeah, and you'll know when you pour it out to measure a teaspoon into your water, the fulvic looks just like black water. This comes out and it's like this is thicker. This is a little bit heavier to it. So you can tell by watching.
Yeah. And our next product, the Tummy Love, still
Yeah.
one of our flagship products. It's still rocking its world.
Absolutely. Even though the Black Diamond is the Ferrari version of Tummy Love, this is still a big hit because we use it in the ultimate, or yeah, we use it in the ultimate coffee enema. And it's also, I find, very soothing, whether it's in my drinking water or in the ultimate coffee enema. It's very soothing and comforting. And maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I do consume Tummy Love in my water on a daily basis myself. And in the very beginning, I remember Dr. Darwolf telling us that kids would love to put this in the water because it does have some of that humic in it. So it's a little bit heavier than the straight fulvic, and you put it in the water, and it would really kind of capture the children's attention, and they'd be like, "Yes, mom, I'd like to drink some of that black water now, thank you." So yeah, it's an antidote for the children, delivers over 70 micronutrients, natural, heavy metal, chelator and detoxifier, natural electrolyte, restoring electricity to the cells, supports the optimal microbial balance within the gut, natural chelator and detoxifier, improves nutrient uptake, stimulates energy production, inhibits viruses, funguses, and parasites.
Yeah, one way you can use this for if you have a child who's got a fever and you want to bring the fever down, you can put some tummy love in some warm water and do a warm water enema, and it'll bring the fever rate down. If the child is a lot of times kids, especially young, like babies, they'll cry when their large intestine isn't functioning well. Another, just doing the tummy love in warm water, and doing, how we tell adults you need to do squats. Well, if your baby is crying and it's fussy, then grab their little legs and start exercising and bringing those knees into the tummy and do some massaging on the tummy. And I would, if I were you, I would start from the right side, the right hip, work my way up and then over and then down. So in the direction of the large intestine.
I thought you were to say start with a plastic sheet over it in case when you get those legs moving, it's something that it's going to come out. Because I'm not a mom, everybody, and I've rarely done diapers. But obviously, you don't, you are a mom, so changing the diapers wasn't a problem. A little bit of baby poop flying at you is not going to phase Lorraine, is it?
No, no, you have kids and you know what? You'll learn it's not a big deal. It's a oh well. You know, hopefully it washes out.
Yay. Okay, now we've got some comments. I stirred up the crew out there. Rose Clark, how do you use the hair restore essential oil for best results? So back to the kind of the essential oil idea. Rose, we take the skin brush and we will maybe part our hair if we've got quite a bit of hair. We'll put the skin brush right on the scalp and then we'll just wiggle it back and forth and we'll really activate the scalp. Go all over if you're wanting everything done, and then some hair restore on your fingertips, and then let's massage it into that activated scalp. This is going to be at the end of your day because it might just make your hair look a little bit greasy, so it's not a thing you're going to do on the way to work or anything.
You could also be doing clapping, right?
Oh,
You could clap and then use the skin brush and then put that
great.
on. And you could have a shower so everything's warmed up, clap, skin brush. No, 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 you do it before you have your shower. And then after you've cleaned your hair, you could put the hair restore on.
Yeah, sounds good.
So
Brenda out there, and I do believe this is a consult client of mine. Hello, Brenda. Glad to see you. commenting. Thank you, ladies. I enjoy watching your videos. Plus, I'm learning so much. Thank you. You're welcome. Brenda, is it okay to use Tummy Love, Humic, and Fulvic in hot tea? Certainly could use them. I mean, I'm going to assume you're saying all at the same time. You certainly could if you wanted to, and they're certainly good all by themselves as well.
Yeah, you can add them to any liquid that you're drinking. If you're having carrot juice, you can add it to that. There's no reason why you wouldn't.
Yep. Yep. Good idea. All right.
Okay,
Well, rolling.
now we're at the Bright Eyes. The Bright Eyes Nano Fulvic drops. So these drops are tiny, 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 teeny. And they go in deeper. So just like the Black Diamond is tinier than the Fulvic and the Humic and the Tummy Love, this is tinier too. So this can go in your eyes, it can go in your ears, it can go in your vagina, it could even go in the rectum.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. And so it is that fulvic molecule just made smaller into that nano size, just like Lorraine said, so it can fit in those tighter molecular spaces in the body. And it's going to give you all the benefits of the fulvic will just in the smaller places inside the body. So it is one of probably, it's almost the top seller in the business, right? The Bright Eyes and the tea probably rival for that top position as the most often ordered product in the world of doc and detox. And again, just to remind everybody, all these humic and fulvic products are not processed with chemicals. They're done by a mechanical process, and absolutely all of the heavy metals, absolutely any bits of the molecule that is not needed, it is carefully taken out, and we are left with only humic and fulvic. Some other products are becoming a little bit I'm gonna forget the name now, and literally it's just glorified dirt what people are buying. This product is tidied up and cleaned up. The molecule is just perfect the way it is, and it's only what we need. And so that's why you never will have any trouble with Doca Detox products. They are made well, and they have nothing in them that shouldn't be there. So quite easy to talk Doca Detox all day long with people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So um
I brought an eye cup, and um if people are wanting to improve their eyesight, if you've got serious issues with the eyes, and let me just bend over and get that eye cup ready. You're gonna use, this is what I've purchased, the little eye cup. You're maybe gonna put like half a teaspoon of Bright Eyes, half a teaspoon of Silver Bullet in there. It's shaped to fit your head. So you're gonna put that product in. You're gonna nestle it right up to your eye and then tilt it back. And you're gonna hold that cup up against the eye so that the product has enough time to get absorbed right into the eye and around to the back side of the eye where a lot of the problems are. And like Lorraine said, she's already described the other ways that you can use the product.
yeah, yeah, definitely. If you've got an ear problem, uh nebulizing it, you can nebulize it too. So, and that's probably one of the best ways to get it into the brain, or the eyes, because this is the sinus cavity and the brain is sitting right there, right? There's something else, and I forgot. There it was, gone. Thoughts are slippery. You got to catch them fast. They're like fish.
Just click on the next screen. We'll keep rolling, sweetie.
Okay. All right. Nebulizing, just like what I said.
Yeah, we're so smart.
Yeah, and you can nebulize the fulvic nanodrops on their own. You can nebulize it 50-50 with the silver solution. You can nebulize the infinite iodine. You can nebulize the ionic calcium. So those are the things that you can be nebulizing. The ionic calcium goes on its own, and the infinite iodine goes on its own. You don't mix that with anything. Yeah. And again, nebulizing is one of the best ways to get nutraceuticals into the body because it is even smaller. It is, and it's going into the lungs, it's going into the sinuses, into the eyes, the brain, your nervous system, you know, a
Yeah.
great, a great
Pick
assist.
pick out your mesh nebulizer, whether it's electrical or not, and get that by your bedside, because it's good to do these things on a daily basis and get these good components going in on a regular basis. Don't just say, hey, if I have trouble with my eyes, I'll use it then. No, let's do some more. Let's do the nebulizing, because like you said, we need it into the sinus cavities. We need it nice and gently going into the brain on an everyday basis. So we really like encouraging people to do set up your protocol, set up your perfect day protocol, decide what you're going to do at bedtime, what you're going to do in the morning, da 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 da.
Yeah, and nebulizing for the lungs for anybody who's got lung issues. If you've got inflammation of the lungs, you want to be nebulizing these products as if you were addicted to them. So there's no downside to doing it more. So I would even have like a little timer and maybe do every half hour. And one day just do the infinite iodine, one day do the silver bullet and the Bright Eyes fulvic nano drops, and then the next day do the ionic calcium.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a bit of a story. I don't know if I've ever chatted about this with you, but when my father well, actually I have two-step of a program here. In the very beginning, when I first took my course and COVID first started to come along, I flew home and took my dad a nebulizer, the Bright Eyes, the silver bullet. I don't know that we had the iodine just yet. And so I taught him to do this. And so he would mix it up and he would just entertain himself with it after he'd come home from lunch in the personal care home, and he'd start doing this, and then they'd say, oh, we don't know how he's doing so well in COVID now. And I thought to myself, well, I do, because I taught him how to take care of his lungs. And he was good, he was totally fine. Anyways, then in the last few weeks, and definitely the last 4 days of his life, we would, as soon as he was in a lot of pain, so of course they were managing the pain, and so he became almost comatose pretty quick, and so he would start to kind of rattle. Well, I would just have to do some Bright Eyes, some silver bullet, then I would do some infinite iodine straight, and sometimes I had to do it a couple of times, and then that would just take it away on him, right? It wouldn't take it away on him, it would help the body to break it down, and so that it wasn't clogging up his breathing pathway. So I felt like I was able to give him a lot of comfort in those last few days of his life, simply by nebulizing Bright Eyes and silver bullet, and then rotating that with the infinite iodine. And it definitely was a 3 product show, right? Because we need that action of the fulvic. Right, the nebulizer, or sorry, the infinite iodine helped to disinfect, but then we need something to go in. The silver bullet helped the tissues, and the Bright Eyes would help to attach to whatever the iodine and the silver bullet helped identify and helped move it out. So it definitely was, for in his situation, it was important that we did all 3 of those things. Just always remember, guys, that the iodine is kept by itself and only mixed with that distilled water. So I think I have an extra big place in my heart for the Bright Eyes, just because of that experience, and that I knew I was really helping my dad to and help him pass as easily as he could in that situation.
Yeah. And, now there's more and more people having trouble with their eyes, and it's because of the blue light poisoning. And we're seeing kids being diagnosed with cataracts. I mean, that is outrageous, but they're on these devices all the time, right? And they're in front of a big, I remember when TVs first came out. Now, I know that dates me, but I do remember it. It was the size of a laptop. It was no bigger than that. and it had a nice halo around it, and it was black and white, you
You mean
know.
it didn't cover the whole wall? What? I don't
No,
understand.
no, no,
There was no 60 inches back then? What?
no. And you had to go and turn the knob to turn the channel, so you had to get up off your seat.
And
And you
sometimes you
were
didn't
lucky.
even get the Kool-Aid off the TV because you were the human antenna. You were
That's
standing behind.
right. That's right. Because you only got maybe two channels.
One good channel and one snow
Exactly.
out in the country where I was.
Anyhow, there you go.
Yes.
That is a silly story.
We're having fun.
Okay, the
Okay,
next
fresh and clean. Yeah, it's another of these nanofulvics, this magical molecular size of the fulvic. So this one is great. Eliminates body odors, reduces acidity, eliminates heavy metals, stimulates healing, enhances cellular tone, reduces skin inflammation, antibacterial, and detoxifies our lymph.
So a lot of women especially, we notice it when you look in the mirror and you're standing naked, you'll notice that there's these bulges on either side of where your bra goes across. And if you have lymph that is not working properly, that's a sign you have these bulges there. So this is an amazing thing to start using. And, we should not be using deodorant and antiperspirant. We want to be able to sweat. And we don't want to mask odors with chemicals because that's what they're doing. And there's aluminum in deodorants. So you've really got to be careful. Another thing you can do, um, if you find that your armpits stink, it's because you're not on the perfect day, because you won't stink. You just won't. But if you find that, the fresh and clean will definitely help there. But another thing you can do is take some lemon essential oil and just put it under your arms. So it's detoxifying too. It's helping with the lymph, and it'll make it so that that stink goes away. But if
Yep.
any orifice, your mouth, your underarms, your crotch is stinking, it's because the body is not healthy. You're doing unhealthy things unconsciously. Because I know when my kids were little and I went to the grocery store, I literally thought everything in there got a check mark by somebody saying it was good for us to eat this.
Right.
I was
Good
so
point.
naive.
Yeah. So what I like to do after my shower is I like to put a couple of pumps under each armpit, but you can put it anywhere you think you've got anywhere you've got lymph nodes, back of the knees. You can spray it all over. In the very beginning, I had spent so much time out in the summer. Lorraine, I had my t-shirt zone was bright red all year round. And so when I first started in the protocol, it was one of the first things I started to do was take the skin brush, activate this whole t-shirt area, and then spray some fresh and clean on it. And sometimes I would take the Beyond Beauty, which I'm sure we're going to talk about next, and I would spray. I'd alternate between the two, or I do both. And it was very short order that redness came out of the skin because of the detoxing.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome.
Hey,
Pain Away is next.
Hathaway is next. Wonderful. Okay, so gonna relieve some pain, eliminate irritation, detoxifies lymph, reduces inflammation, reverses skin conditions, treats plant and insect poisonous bites, enhances cellular tone, and stimulates healing. On I way back when I first started, of course, I had way too much inflammation in the body and way too much pressure on the nerves in the back of my body and too much putrefaction to keep that tissues in trouble. I would get what I'd call skin nerve pain or surface pain And so that this product definitely helped me get through that area or get through that time and give me some time to change that diet, start doing my Ultima Coffee enemas so that that pain would just stop from all those items. But until those massive personal action items took effect, this pain away certainly helped me get through that period of time.
Yeah, so if you've got any injury, you could be using the Pain Away on there. You could even yeah, you could even soak a 2x2 and put it right on there so that it stays. Like if your child came home, you want to give them a Band-Aid because that always makes them feel better, right? So put a little bit of Pain Away on there first, and that'll bring the inflammation down.
Nice. What's a 2x2? I don't know that
Oh, a
terminology.
cotton 2x2,
Oh,
a
do the
cotton 2x2. Yeah,
I gotcha. Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
Thanks for asking. I'm sure there was somebody else saying, what?
I was pretty
Okay.
sure you mean lumber.
No, that was probably what made the swelling. Okay, the Beyond Beauty Mist. There we
Oh,
go.
here we are. Yep, in my mind, that's the sister to the Fresh and Clean. Balances the natural pH of the skin, reverses facial discoloration, reduces fine lines and aging spots, tones and tightens skin, reverses skin conditions, eliminates the heavy metals and body odor, supports the lymph detoxification, and reduces skin inflammation.
There you go. So my skin routine is I don't use soap. I don't use soap. I'll use some hot water and a face cloth because I love the feeling of a face cloth on my face. I don't know, old school. I don't know. But
Oh,
I do.
it's good exfoliation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what you could do too is get that dry skin brush, right? Do that first and then the hot water to open up the pores and get any dirt out, and then spray the Beyond Beauty Mist. And after that dissipates, that's when I'd put in the C60. And when I use the C60, I always put frankincense in because frankincense is an amazing oil for any skin condition. It's the king of oils. So if you have it, put a drop of frankincense in with your C60, especially when you're doing it on your face or any place where you've got injuries. So, and then after that, after I rub that in, and I do nice little circles and I make sure I pull up because we want everything as wrinkle free as we can make it. So kind of like you're ironing on on the face in an upward motion because gravity is making the wrinkles go down, right? That's why we get saggy jowls, and I've got a little bit of neck thing, but doing the skin brush first and actually clapping helps too. And then the last thing I use is the Beyond Beauty cream, which is an amazing cream for on your face or any skin area. Do we have any questions?
No, everyone's going back to sleep again. Rose, where are you, Rose? Come back to us. I bet you if you hit one more click, I think you'll get to the Beyond Beauty cream.
Okay, let's see. Ta-da!
Oh,
There it is.
Sandra's so smart.
There it is. So the Beyond Beauty cream. And I've had a couple of people call in and say, I opened it up and it's yellow. And I said, and what's your
Yeah,
point? No, I
yeah.
didn't say that. It is yellow. But the botanicals that are used in there it's such an amazing smell. You'll fall in love with it the moment you use it. There is nothing out there like this stuff.
Yeah, 100% organic and natural. It's going to restores your beautiful skin, increases your skin cell rejuvenation, boosts your collagen production, packed with antioxidants, scavenges free radicals, reverses skin conditions, detoxifies, moisturizes, and protects that beautiful Braveheart skin of ours.
Yeah. And we wanted to keep this to an hour.
Okay,
Kind of think we're pretty close to that now.
sure. I did not note the time, so I cannot argue with you.
Yeah, because I think we started about a half hour late.
Okay, sounds
But
good.
maybe this is a good spot to just end it then.
Sure, sure. Do we have anything else we need to mention? Maybe a schedule of courses? Let's scroll through a little bit. Or is that a different?
No, I bet there is. Right now, Dr. Sage Wolf is in Stuart, Florida, and he is doing the Wolf non-surgical, and he goes until the 26th with that. And I'm lecturing in Stuart, Florida on the 25th. And then the course starts on the 28th. So the 28th, 29th, and 30th is the pelvic restoration and disease prevention masterclass that I spoke of earlier. And we've got room for 2 more people. So if you want a trip to Florida, come and join us. Come and have some fun with us. You know, come learn. You will never regret learning something that you didn't know before. And then after that, we're in Coffs Harbor. No, the next thing that's happening is the lecture here in Toronto, which is June the 26th in Toronto. And Magdalena is the one who you would contact. I don't have her phone number up here, but you can go to bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com and click on the lectures, and it should be the first one that pops up.
If you want to
And-
hit slide 78, love.
Okay, I'll find it.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah,
stop.
there's gonna show yep, for Magdalena's number is 416-669-9351.
There you
June 20,
go.
9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Monte Cristo Hotel, 3710 Cheswick Drive, Downs View, Toronto.
Awesome. And then we are in Coffs Harbor, and Dr. Wolf will be the first one going out there, and he has got about 5 or 6 cities that he is lecturing in. He's going to be all over Australia. And then he'll be starting the Whole Life Coach. Let me see if I can
If you keep
find the
scrolling
slide.
through, I think they've got everything on the slide, yeah.
Yeah, just
Oh, Rose, I'm almost out of the Beyond Beauty. Yeah, you're gonna have to get it reordered, Rose.
okay. So I've got the Australian lectures here, so I'll bring them up.
Good.
And we'll go here. Slide screen. And then
You want the courses? We've got Australian lectures, like you said, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Byron Bay, Coffs Harbor. And then the course dates for Coffs Harbor starts August 7th to 15th. Wolf Non-Surgical is August 17th to 28th. And the pelvic restorations April 30th to April 1st. And then we move to Ixtapa, Mexico, Whole Life Coach starting October 9th to 17th. Wolf Non-Surgical 19th to 30th. I'm on slide 81, I believe. Pardon me, Wolf Non-Surgical October 19th to 30th, and pelvic restoration November 1st to November 3rd. Okay, and then we're gonna keep going.
yeah, my screen is frozen right now. So
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So let's just quickly review Whole Life Coach. 9 days is 3,900. 12 days for your Wolf Non-Surgical, 4,900. New World Practitioner, put it all together, just 8,000. Now, if you're Australian, that's in Australian dollars. If you're in US, that's US dollars. Or if you're Canadian, that's Canadian dollars. So that is Dr. Darrell Wolf really going to bat for Braveheart Nation to keep these really affordable for everybody. Let's just keep on it going. I think we've gone over enough dates. And make sure, let's head to screenshot 85 if you can. Get that perfect day guide downloaded on your computer, pdgfree.com. Put in your email address and you'll get a link to download that. And it's a word searchable document. So, type in fulvic, enter, and see how many pages fulvic is mentioned on if you want to, learn absolutely everything that Dr. Darwolf has to say about the fulvic acid, right? That's just an example. And then we mentioned in the very beginning, the Braveheart app. Give us a call. We'd love to get some more beta testers in there. And then we can move on to the DocStar 5-star healing and retreat. We've got a brand new website up. It's beautiful. DOD5star.com. Schedule your own personal treatment and training. Come down just to do some juice fasting and just hang out, or come down for the New World Practitioner scheduled in October. All those things are also available. Dr. Darrell Wolf can also come directly to you.
Dr. Sage Wolf.
Oh, sorry, I just said Dr. Wolf, did not. Yes, Dr. Sage Wolf will travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody, let's just keep wrapping this up and learn to fly, right? First, love yourself, Braveheart Nation. Together we're stronger. Oh, you're getting it to work, are you, love? Good. Together we're stronger as Braveheart Nation. And then one final slide. Should we read the Braveheart Oath, Lorraine?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing to do.
Okay.
So,
Can your screen move one more? Do you want to do it this week?
yeah, I can do it. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'll just say it.
Here you go.
I
You got
am
it.
loved. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart.
Yay! Crowd goes berserk in the background. Thanks, Lorraine. That was a lot of fun today. We are Facebook Live buddies.
And just remember, your questions matter, you matter. We want to hear from you. If you have questions, you're going to reach out. You can use the 855 number and speak to Sandra or anyone else who picks up the phone. You can call Daryl directly. You can call me directly. We want to be of service. If you've got questions, your questions matter. And that's why we're bringing these kind of shows out to the world. So thanks
Wonderful.
for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of our Braveheart community. And we love you.